Hi, everyone. Welcome to San Francisco's Kindergarten to College Equity Incentive Workshop. My name is Elisa Rodriguez Fury, and I'm the Community Engagement Specialist for the San Francisco Kindergarten to College program, and I will be giving this presentation today. But before doing that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Bashir Al-Gahim. Bashir.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Bashir Al-Gahim. I'm also with the Kindergarten to College program. I'm the operations manager, and I will be assisting today and co-hosting with Elisa and answering any questions any of you might have during this workshop while Elisa does the presentation.
Thank you, Bashir. So before we go deep into the presentation, I would like to remind of some housekeeping items, what to expect during today's workshop. So just a reminder that a $20 incentive will be credited for one of your students' active K2C account for participating today. Please update your name in Zoom. Today's workshop is being recorded. This recorded workshop will be available on our website at k2csf.org. We also will be mailing this workshop soon, maybe this week or next week, so you can have it on your mailbox as well. We respect all participants in this convening today and want to create a safe space for all. By default, all participants will be muted and video is disabled. Video will be on speakers only. To activate live transcription, select the More or three dots button at the bottom of your screen and click Live Transcript. To participate in the Q&A, please select the chat button at the bottom of your screen and send your questions to everyone. You might also use the raise hand feature and wait to be called upon. So my colleague Bashir will be monitoring the chat today as well. With that being said, we're going to go into the agenda for today. We're going to discuss our mission and programs. We're going to dive deep into kindergarten to college, how K2C works, and the benefits of saving with K2C. And we're going to talk about the equity incentive and how that works, the school year incentives, and how to make deposits. We're going to talk also about examples of higher education expenses and how to stay connected after this workshop. So what is Kindergarten to College? Kindergarten to College is a City and County of San Francisco program that started about 12 years ago. And we open accounts for college for every student enrolled in SFUSD, San Francisco Unified School District. So every child enrolled in kindergarten through 12th grade as of this fall with the Unified School District automatically receives a college savings account at Citibank with an initial incentive of $50. So we believe that every kid that has a child's account under their own name, based on a research study, is 7 times more likely to attend college than a student that don't have account at all. As little as $500 can make a student 3 times more likely to attend college and 4 times more likely to graduate from college. So these are the account features. Families, you don't have to do anything on your end because we open accounts automatically. We work directly with the school district. So the accounts are totally free. There are no fees associated with these accounts. There is no impact on public benefits. If you apply for any of the public benefits like medical, Medicare, or any other public benefits, you do not need to report these accounts. So it won't affect your application. We have several deposit channels for putting money into your student's account. And these accounts are dedicated college savings for post-secondary education only. So there is only deposit accounts, and we have also emergency withdrawals available for families that need to withdraw their funds. And you can also view accounts online by registering online and creating a username and a password. So every year we communicate with San Francisco Unified School District. So the way the accounts get open is that every year in September, we request SFUSD fall enrollment data. So by October, we open accounts for new students, and we also engage those students who left. In November, families get welcome letters sent to their home addresses. We also send notices like text messages or emails to inform them that an account for their student have been opened. By December, families receive activity reports. So activity reports are for families that have been active in K2C before. So they will receive an activity report and the same happen. We send notices, we send text messages and emails to these families. And then we restart the cycle again in January. We like to open accounts twice a year because as we know, students enter the school district in different times during the school year. So by February, we again open accounts for those students that weren't in the first batch of students. So Bashir, there are more people joining. If you can help me with that, thank you. We also engage with school ambassadors, with community partners, and with SFUSD. They help us do announcements in their newsletters, or they talk to families across the district, supporting students and families and learning more about this program. And that's how we get the word out to families and students. So here you can see an example of the welcome letters and activity reports that we send home. The welcome letter includes the account number at the bottom, and it's a detachable card that you can cut from this and put on your wallet when you go, so you can use when you go and do a deposit. We also explain the benefits of K2C, and we explain how to make a deposit. And then the activity report is a little different, as I mentioned, because this is for families that have been already with the program before. So we send an activity reports, including the family contributions and gifts, the incentives and scholarships that they have earned in the program, and the total saved for each account. So we'll go now into the equity incentive, and this is why you're here today. So families that have students in first, second, third, and fourth graders at the select schools below, which are Bryant Elementary, George Washington Carver, Cesar Chavez, Charles Drew, Bret Harte, Malcolm X, John Muir, Paul Revere, and Sanchez. These schools have a special incentive for first to fourth graders. So you can get a $450 incentive, actually a total of $500 you can get for college. So K2C deposited 150 and you can earn 300 more now. So literally you will have 150 plus the initial 50 that we put into your account. That's a total of $200. And just by making two deposits of $5 each, you will get an extra $150. So you make the first deposit of $5, get 150 deposited into your K2C account, student's K2C account. Make a second deposit of at least $5, and we'll make a second time $150 deposit into your student's account. So again, this will give students $500 save for your college aspirations. So the deadline to make this deposit is June 30, 2023. So you definitely have time to make these two deposits of at least $5. So there are other incentives that we have throughout the school year. And these incentives change every year based on our funding. But for this school year, you can also take advantage of these incentives. So we have a $20 Save Now bonus. This is only for new accounts. So your student is new with San Francisco Unified School District, and we are just opening an account for your student. You can make any deposit into the account, and we will put $20 into your student's account. That's the Save Now bonus incentive. Then we have the 20 match incentive that is for every account with K2C. So you put $1, we will match $1 up to $20 for this school year. And then we have a growth incentive. So that's the little incentive that grows based on the contributions that you made to your student's account. And then we have a $20 register or view balance incentive. So families can access their students' account online. They can just go to our portal, to our website, and register online. They create a username and a password. And by doing that, for the first time, we're going to give you a $20 incentive. But also every year after you sign up into the account, you will get another $20. How to make a deposit. So we have 4 different ways to make a deposit. You can visit any Citibank branch in San Francisco, and you can bring your ID and K2C account information to contribute, including cash at any San Francisco Citibank branch. You can also mail your deposit. You can send a check or money order payable to student's name with their K2C account number in the memo section, and we will provide those envelopes for you so you don't have to pay for mailing. You can also do a direct deposit. So there is a downloadable, fillable form, direct deposit enrollment form in our website, and you can download it, fill it out, and give it to your employer to make automatic deductions from your paycheck. So you can, set up to do monthly or bi-monthly or bi-weekly deposits into your student's account. And then we have a 4th option, which is bill pay. So you just go to your local bank or credit union's website to set up recurring bill pay or one-time payment. So this is from your bank account to the student's K2C account. Again, you can just visit any Citibank branch to make a deposit in person. You have to make sure, though, to fill out a deposit slip that looks similar to this one, but it's actually going to have a new logo. And when you make the deposit at the bank, you just make sure to tell the person in the bank that you're depositing into your student's K2C account. You will need to have your student's name, your student's K2C account number, and the contribution amount. For a cash deposit, you might also need to provide one valid government issue photo, ID, and other identifying information. For a check or money order deposit, you will only need your K2C account ID card information. So this is the list of the branches that are in San Francisco. As you can see, they're all over the city. There is one in Castro, Cathedral Hill, Chinatown, the Excelsior Financial District, Union Square, and Soma. There are several in the Financial District, the Inner Sunset, Lakeside Marina, other Richmond, and there are other places, Potrero Hill. So yeah, you can find them in several locations across the city. So when you send a check by mail or money order, again, we can provide you with the envelopes. You can just email us and let us know that how many envelopes you want us to send you so you don't have to pay for postage. But you can use simply can do it from your home, sending a check or money order. For the check, you have to just make sure to include the student's account number in the memo section, and then you will put the total amount that you're going to be depositing. The check or money order has to be sent to this address that is here, City Youth Savings Account, PO Box 790020, San Luis, and then the zip code is there. So for direct deposit, we have, again, this fillable form that is on our website. You can just download the form and put the information here, your name, your social security number, your work phone number, and then add the account number for your student, and you sign and put the deductions that you want your employer to make to your payroll account. And that's it. You can just do this and forget about it, right? So they will be putting contributions either every biweekly, every month, every 2 months, however it works for you and your family. And then number 4 is online bill pay. So using bill payment services, basically you can set this up with your bank institution to do a transfer from your bank account to K2C student's account. So you need to complete some steps. Again, contact your financial institution about setting bill pay. Look for the merchant kindergarten #2 college. Then you add your student's account number to your pay list, and remember to use numbers only without dashes or spaces, and choose whether you want to make a one-time or recurring payment. These are some examples of higher education expenses that your student can use the kindergarten to college savings for. So you can pay tuition and fees, you can pay supplies, books, you can pay transportation, and there are other education related expenses that you can pay with these funds. So yeah, and use a reminder again that these funds can also be used for any post-secondary education expenses. Students can go to a 4-year college, they can go to a 2-year college, they can do classes at City College. Any technical or vocational career can also be paid by with these funds. So yeah, and I'm going to go, so you can also follow us on social media at K2CSF Instagram. Before I open for questions, I want to just share these slides with you. We are on social media, we're on Instagram and Facebook at K2CSF, and we also have a Facebook Spanish page at K2C Latino. We have office hours every Tuesday at 4 p.m. or every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. So families and parents that need, one-on-one direct support, we can answer your questions. We can help you register online. We can help you if you have questions on how to make a deposit. So please join our office hours. You can also subscribe to K2C. We are in YouTube and we have several YouTube tutorial videos, including something similar to this presentation, or how to find your student's account online, or how to register online to access your balance. We also have a newsletter in multiple languages where we promote the program contests, workshops, and other updates. And then you can always contact us by calling us at 311 in San Francisco or 415-701-2311 outside San Francisco, going to our website, k2csf.org, or email us at k2c@sfgov.org. So with this being said, I'm going to open the room for questions. Anyone has any questions? I see in the chat that Maurice has a question. Maurice is asking, are funds able to recover if child does not go to school or if there is a financial emergency? Thank you for your question, Maurice. Yes, so if families have a financial hardship, they can request to withdraw their funds or partial funds. They can just leave $10 in the account to maintain the account open, but you can only withdraw your contributions. The incentives will stay in the program. And if the student doesn't want to go to school for some reason, or doesn't go to school, or any post-secondary education like City College or vocational or technical career, they have up to a year for that. So the current contest rules allow a student to decide, up to a year, stay out of school in order for them to use their funds. And you are welcome to unmute yourselves if you want also, ask a question here rather than in the chat. So please feel free to unmute yourselves. If you're having issues doing that, just let us know and Bashir will help with that.
Did you say they have up to 1 year, or up to 3 years to use the
They have
cash?
up to 1 year, and they can also have up to 3 years, depending if they go like to the Peace Corps or to the Armed Forces, or if they go to do some kind of community program, they can have up to 3 years. Thank you, Maurice, for your questions. Any other questions folks might have?
I have a question. What if the family moves out of San Francisco?
Yes, thank you for your question. That is actually a very good question. If the family moves out of San Francisco, if they leave the school district, they have the option of moving their funds to a 529 scholarship, so they don't lose their incentives with the program. So let's say you've been saving with the program for several years and you have earned some incentives. So we're currently partnering with 529 scholarship, which are the state accounts for college, but also investment accounts for college. So you can open a 529 scholarship and we will transfer all your contributions and the incentives that you have earned with the program into a 529 scholarship. If you don't do that, we can just mail your contributions, return your contributions, but the incentives will stay with K2C.
Does this apply to families moving out of the state?
Yes, moving out of the state or just moving out of SFUSD. Let's say if your student moves out of the state or your student leaves SFUSD to go to a private school or another school in San Francisco, but it's not part of SFUSD, the same applies for both. We will have to close the account.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I have another question from Elisa Cornejo. So Elisa is asking if they can find their account information, how to find it, and also what if I have a child in middle school? Excuse me, are there incentives for that age range? Okay, so you can actually go to our website, and Bashir just share that with us, and I can also potentially open this page and share it with you. So finding your account is simple. You can just go to our website and find your account on our website. There is a section on the website. Let me just see if I can quickly share that screen with you so I can show you. And then regarding middle school students, so we have incentives that are general for everyone. So there is no like one specific incentive for middle school students, just the general incentives that we are offering right now. That's what we have. So can anyone, for sure, can you see my screen? Just want to make sure that everyone sees my screen. Okay, great. So if you go to our website, you can scroll down and here there are like all these blue buttons, right? You can click on register and view balance online to register online. And then you can find your account number here. So if you don't have your account number, just click this button and it will prompt you to this screen here. All you have to do is add your first name, student's last name, date of birth, and student's zip code, and then click submit, and you will get your student's K2C account number right here. If for some reason the system doesn't give you the account number, just email us and we will send you your account number for your student. Sometimes what happens is that if you enroll your student with a different using just maybe like one last name, using a different zip code, and you haven't changed the address with the district, if you move, then the system won't recognize that. So just email us and we will help you find that account number. Any other questions? Claudia Barrera, you have a question?
I do. I actually tried doing it, and I emailed the district or whatever, and they said that our school, for being a charter, wasn't part of it. Is this something that has changed recently?
Okay, so we work with some of the SFUSD charter schools. And the district won't give you information from your student because the city and county, we manage the accounts. So just email us directly and we will find out if your student has an active K2C account, okay? But depending on the charter school, some of the charter schools participate with the program, so they have to provide the information, the enrollment data to the district, and that's how we open the accounts. But if the charter school doesn't participate with the program and doesn't share the enrollment information with the district, then we can open the accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, so it depends what charter school your student goes.
Yeah, he goes to new school, and I already got a confirmation that it's not enrolled to participate in this program.
Yeah, unfortunately, new school is not in the list of charter schools. That's correct. Any other questions or
Thank
comments?
you.
You're very welcome. Bashir, do we have any other questions on the chat?
No, so far it's clear.
Okay. So yeah, you can always go to our website, and the website has actually a lot of information. Again, just if you want to just register your student and view the balance online, we will give you $20 just by doing that. So by clicking here, I'm just going to quickly show you. You will go to welcome ready to register, add your account number, your student's date of birth and zip code, and click next. And then it will prompt you to create an email, username and a password, and then you will get registered. And after that, we'll put $20 in your account just by registering for the first time.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this program,
Stephanus?
yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay, great.
Stephanus. And this program starts from kindergarten, if I'm correct.
Yes, so this program starts from kindergarten. That's correct. So 12 years ago, we launched this program. The City and County of San Francisco launched this program with former Governor Gavin Newsom. And this year is the first year that the first cohort of students that were enrolled are going to graduate from high school. So that's another great thing. We're going to disburse money to students that are graduating from high school this school year and going into college. But yeah, so we enroll every student in the school district that from kindergarten to 12th grade. We open accounts for them. More questions? People don't
If
have any.
this is the 12th year, then you must have a good experience with students using the fund. And how does it look, that experience?
Yeah, so we're gonna know at the end of this year because 12th graders, seniors are graduating next summer, right? 2023. So right now we're doing a lot of outreach with schools, with high schools, to let them know that we're going to be giving them their money at the end of the school year. So we don't know yet, but it's exciting because they are going to be receiving their money, hopefully, by via cell or by a prepaid card.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Lisa, how often do the incentives change?
Yeah, thank you, Maris, for your question. So incentives change every year. So you will have, this year we have some incentives. Next year, there might be different depending on funding available for the program.
Okay. And those are updated on the website every?
Yes, the website has all the most updated information. So in this section on the right side, on the left-hand side, you see about K2C. When you click there, you'll find, the numbers, the saver rates, the million, how many millions have been saving the accounts. You will also see a lot of pictures because we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. It was delayed because of the pandemic. The governor joined, Fiona Ma, state treasurer, London Bree, San Francisco mayor, and San Francisco's treasurer, who, we're part of his office. So you will see a lot of information here. And one of the things that I like to do is show you this video, but my computer sadly doesn't have, the audio doesn't work. But when you have opportunity, just make sure to check these videos. A future worth saving for, and then if you want to look more into the K2C anniversary celebration. But also, hold on, I wanted to show you that your K2C account for families section. This section has a lot of information of how the program works. All the incentives are here for every year, and you will find the flyers in different languages as well. And you will find how to make a deposit, you know, how to make a withdrawal if you face a financial hardship. And we have forms in different languages as well. I have to update your address. So let's say if you move from, when you enroll your student in SFUSD and you move to a different location, to a different address, then you will have to update that address with SFUSD because we send letters every year. And if you move, the only address we have is what SFUSD provide to us. So there is here a change of address form that you fill out, and they will, update that. And the next enrollment, they will share the data with us of all the students, and we will have that most current data. There is information here on, how to contact us. There are the program rules here, and I highly recommend you go through the program rules as well, so you can have all the information you need. And again, these rules are in English, Spanish, Filipino, and Cantonese. And then at the end, we have a step-by-step guide. So this is very helpful if you want to register online. It's in English and Spanish. It gives you step-by-step on how to register your students and get that $20 incentive. But also, if you have more than one student in the school district with a K2C account, you will register one student and then you can link the other student's account rather than registering one by one. Yep. So any other questions before we wrap it up? No questions? Okay. Well, thank you again for joining this conversation today. We're recording this meeting and we're going to be sharing this recording with you and updating this on the website as well. And again, just a reminder that you are going to get $20 in one of your students' K2C account for participating in this workshop today. So just make sure to check that by the end of next month. It's going to be active in one of your students' K2C account. That's going to be the student that you provided, the student name and account number that you provided when you register into this account. And just a reminder, just contact us if you have any questions. You can contact us at, by calling us at 311, by emailing us as well, and we will help you, with your questions. You can also join the office hours as well. And Bashir is going to help me drop into the chat the office hours links and the contact information for K2C. Great. Well, thank you for the information. We'll just give a couple of more minutes to Bashir to post that information into the chat if you want it. Thank you for joining, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your afternoon. We're going to stay here just a few more minutes in case people want to ask more questions. If you have, more individual questions, we're going to stay here for a few more minutes. But you're free to go if you're done.